All right, you're like stalking. This is the entity that is stalking as I'm proceeding east on Holt Boulevard to engage in the cartwheels in alignment to me, okay? They fly up to where my person is. This is called stalking in the path. This is what they're doing while I'm at the Stater Brothers parking lot. They fly up to where my person is located. They fly up to a relevant positioning over the property to engage in what is a U-turn. This is called relevant positioning. They are literally stalking in planes. All right, and they're flying a distance. The Ontario International Airport, you see this? This is psychopathic pacing, one plane after another. This is what they're doing over the Ontario City Hall, over the Senior Citizen Complex. This is an entity that's engaged in what is stalking through an airport, which a city government's going to be fairly prosecuted for. And I just want to be clear, this is what Gavin Newsom has ongoing throughout the counties in California, while California is engaged in state surveillance and then abusing the mental health court system while they steal from American citizens. American citizens that are demon-possessed, 81317 Charlie 4, and are engaging in this system, this fraudulent system of stealing and defaming American citizens, stealing from them by defaming them while you're stalking them. Okay, this is including the governor, this is including the counties, the county sheriffs, the so-called police departments, the population, as I've shown you, as you can clearly see, Upland, California and Ontario, California. And these are demons that are engaged. I just want to be clear. They're stalking right in on camera. This is an entity that is refusing to stop engaging in stalking. That's what this is. This is not normal conduct, and you already know that. But that's how you're going to analyze. This is the entity that is going to be impoverished. They're going to be subject to homelessness, and they're going to be subject to what are being institutionalized, and they're going to prison. They're clearly losing their position. The Ontario International Airport shall not exist anymore. But you're looking at what is ongoing determination to continue engaging in the criminal conduct. And they're just maintaining plane after plane after plane, and they're with regard to an obsession regarding monitoring me. And they're not getting any, they're doing this with regard to an obsession. They're not even getting my money. They're holding over my money. And the court that ruled on that and then left me exposed to this. This is relevant to what is an unlawful threat to my life, permitting them to my money in the first place. I'm going to federally prosecute. And the same threat is posed by Jason Isaac Fields, Tracy Banks, any of them. All right, they're ongoing delusional behaviors. They're obsessively stalking. This isn't traffic. They're maintaining surveillance, and they know who I am. That's why the government is stalking on the roads and the highways. This is ongoing criminal determination. I'm going to keep stalking you, period. It's not based on a bus schedule. They're monitoring. Because of the government's determination in the face of, they're not getting I'm going to let you know right now, they're not getting $1, and they're not going to follow me. Neither is Jason Fields. Neither is anyone else that I've already documented. Anyone else that I already said, you're blocked. I documented you. That's your sign. This is an entity, and this is the unlawful threat. No mayor is staying in office. And in Ontario, Paul Leon is being prosecuted by pure psychopathic pacing by the Ontario International Airport everywhere that I'm located. Okay, this is the entity, but the same with the Ontario Police Department. And OMNITRANS is sharing, just like they have been in kidnapping, with the City of Ontario gang stalking and shit, just like they are with criminal summoning. And these demons are going to federal prison for it. This is P.O.C. This is ongoing determination. This is stalking in your face. Like any other threat, you're going to put that in court. It's a matter of documentation, and they are going to prison for these. They're being committed for it. And I just want to be clear, in the event, that's impossible light activity. All of that's activity. That's not coming from their headlights. These are demons. Those are demons. OMNITRANS operated by demons, and that's why I'm subject to impossible light activity aboard the buses. And OMNITRANS, also related to what is Alan D. Wapner, are determined to engage in terrorism, and they did it on video, helping my case. That's fine. I'm going to prosecute these businesses. The City of Ontario is going to be a ghetto. It already is. They're under the illusion of engaging in city improvements with regard to money that they've stolen. They're not keeping that money. And this is going to literally be a ghetto, okay? This is the entity that is stealing my money and is obsessively threatening and refusing to stop when they're even caught. They were never even supposed to be caught. They were supposed to be in a court over my property that I knew nothing about while they're kidnapping and stalking me and successfully depicting me as mentally ill. And that didn't happen. The entity has been forced to relinquish my money, and they're still stalking. And whatever court that is has left me exposed to this threat. I'm going to prosecute for that. This is all state action. This is all rooted in what is corruption. Okay, so Alan D. Wapner and Mike Lorenz, the City of Ontario, the State of California, is free to still gang stalk and terrorize me after they have found out that they're not able to successfully maintain my money, my trust, my any will left to me, real property, investments that they made with money that belongs to me. bank accounts that belong to me. And so now they're engaging in what is ongoing stalking. You're going to federal prison. I'm going to let you know that right now. And the ongoing stalking by the entity, including when I'm at the Stater Brothers, what are they doing? Hovering over the Stater Brothers. I have ridiculous evidence of psychopathic pacing over that parking lot on this side of the street. Okay? Landing in planes on video, but also engaging in what is ongoing cartwheels and psychopathic pacing when the airport itself, there's only one, and they're engaging in all manner of this chicanery with this plane activity. It is relevant to surveillance. And psychopaths that are engaging in conduct which is highly unintelligent will just engage in it with a straight face as though it doesn't matter, I'm not caught, I'm going to continue. Those are the delusional psychopaths that are being prosecuted. Okay? Remember what's flying over the 10 freeway? Was flying through the neighborhood on Hawthorne, on Granada, on Plaza Serena, when I am being gang stalked by the entity on what is Deodore and Ladini, on 6th Street, 5th Street. This is the entity that is stalking me obsessively. And it is speaking to the people of the state that are stalking obsessively. This is the P.O.C. It is currently 6:22. This is speaking to the precedent that is established. The government's engaged in terrorizing American citizens in the United States. And they're doing so for financial purposes, engaging in what is the plot to take your life by stalking you obsessively, and that's supposed to be the evidence that you're mentally ill, but for the P.O.C. The P.O.C. is going to be used to put them in mental institutions and in federal prison. Union Pacific is gang stalking with the city. That's the pattern of conduct. It's currently, by the way, 6:22 a.m. That's called amplified audible activity. Union Pacific is a terrorist and a sex offender. This is P.O.C.